1 point separates the Republic and the Galaxy 2 in the Western Conference standings. Tonight, they clash in California's capital. UC Davis Health brings you this USL Championship matchup. Alongside Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. 6-3-2 since Junior Gonzalez took over this LA Galaxy 2 side. Kevin, I ask you this: how does Simon Elliott, the Republic, counter a club that's become one of the better scoring teams in the Western Conference, while also overcoming the loss from Saturday night?
Well, Rob, first, how to deal with this talented LA side. I think Sacramento's got to find a way to eliminate the counter opportunities LA produces. And Los Dos is a fast and direct team, and the best way to defend against that counter is to get pressure on the ball as soon as you turn it over. As for rebounding after the tough loss on Saturday night, if I was Simon and his staff, I'd tell my guys to forget about it and move on. Always a bitter pill to swallow when you're up 1-0, you end up conceding 2 goals to lose. However, I thought Sacramento played pretty well, and the final goal they conceded was kind of fluky in my mind. So put that in the rearview mind, focus on Los Dos tonight, and try to get 3 points.
Well, both clubs are in the postseason hunt. They both have their eyes set on a home playoff match. 3 points tonight would inch them closer to that goal. Kickoff is a minute away from Papa Murphy's Park.
At UC Davis Health, we know there's a lot more to you than meets the eye. During your open enrollment, make sure you can choose a personal UC Davis Health doctor. Learn more at choosehealth.ucdavis.edu.
How's it going?
Wow, what do we got over here?
This is the all-new Chevy Silverado.
It's beautiful.
Beefy and mean looking.
It's the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever, and it's full of surprises.
Oh, nice.
It offers an industry-first power up-down tailgate.
I kind of didn't expect that to happen.
But that's not all. The Silverado has more cargo volume than any competitor.
Very impressive.
It's got 20% more than F-150.
That is really nice.
Is there a buy it now button on there too?
Yeah.
Wow, it's so great you can order Papa Murphy's online.
Yeah, we walked in and walked right out with our pizza in record time.
You really can get anything online these days.
Totally.
I like your mask.
You know, that mustache surprisingly looks really good on you.
Thanks. I've been growing it for years.
Now get 25% off when you order at papamurphys.com using code 25OFF. Papa Murphy's. We make it, you bake it.
This is your RAM Auto Update. A factory-certified pre-owned vehicle means at least a 160-point inspection by factory-trained technicians, so that any damaged or worn parts are repaired or replaced to the manufacturer's standards before you buy the vehicle. Things like brakes, shocks, electronics, transmission, engine gaskets, plus an extended factory warranty and 24-hour roadside assistance. Shop the largest selection of factory-certified pre-owned vehicles in Northern California at the Roseville Auto Mall. Driven to be the best.
At UC Davis Health, we know there's a lot more to you than meets the eye. During your open enrollment, make sure you can choose a personal UC Davis Health doctor. Learn more at choosehealth.ucdavis.edu.
Game 2 between LA and Sacramento in the 2019 campaign. LA got the first one, Sacramento seeking revenge here at home. Consolidated Communications brings you this player matchup, and we begin with one of the top players for Sacramento over the last 30 days, Kevin Aliman, 3 assists on the season, but it's his style of play that's really made him stand out. Hopefully he can have that type of effort here tonight, Kevin.
Yeah, moving the ball really nicely in this last 6 games or so after a few injuries earlier in the season, but really coming in and impacting the team in a very positive way.
For LA, they're going to rely on one of the youngsters. They've got a lot of them. 21-year-old from Daytona Beach, Florida, Kai Koreniuk. He had a game-winning goal against Sacramento in that 1-0 win earlier in the year. He's got 9 total.
Yeah, he's one of those guys up top you got to keep your eye on. If you don't, he's going to punish you. Another guy, Ethan Zubak, keep an eye on him. But Kai Koreniuk, someone who will punish you if the opportunity is given to him. So Sacramento's back four has got to find him early and don't give him space to have any sort of efforts on target here tonight.
Jiffy Lube Multi-Care bringing you the starting 11 for Sacramento. A couple of changes. A healthy Cameron Iwasa means he's back in, and Derek Formella, 2 goals on the season. Off the bench, now into the starting 11 here on this Wednesday night.
Yeah, you could argue probably right now this game's very, very important for Sacramento, and this could be the strongest side that Simon's going to be putting out here, as we got, a few games left, and points are an absolute must-get tonight.
For LA Galaxy 2, also in the playoff hunt, you mentioned Zubak up top. They'll also go with 20-year-old from Westminster, California, the goalkeeper, Eric Lopez, former LA Academy player, youngest player to sign a USL contract at the time. He's been quite solid for a team that's put up a lot of goals. He will be key for them this evening.
Yeah, another one. Keep an eye on number 43, Adam Saldana, 17-year-old from San Fernando Valley, an academy player signed into contract, playing that holding midfielder role. Very important position for a very young player.
And we are about to get live here as Sacramento is in the old Glory Red, heading to the north end of the stadium. It is LA in the visiting whites. They'll head to the south end. A gorgeous evening in Sacramento as Elton Garcia checks his watch, gets ready to blow the whistle. And we are about ready to go from Papa Murphy's Park here. LA, 42 points. Sacramento with 43 points. And this is two sides that have had a long history together. The whistle blows, and here we go from Sacramento, California. Much different scene from what we saw on Wednesday, which started out to be a 73-degree day, quickly became rain and hailstorms and a bit of wind, an hour delay, and the Republic would fall to El Paso 2-1. Much different scene here this evening, Kevin. And with that, let's take a look at your Chevy keys to the match, as here is a club in LA that knows how to score. They put up 5 goals in their victory on Saturday, and they're obviously going to try to match that. So what's Sacramento need to do to pick up 3?
Yeah, Chevy keys to the match tonight. You got to play a full 90 minutes. I think last Saturday night, the game, I think Sacramento put in some good shifts here and there, but wasn't a full performance. Obviously scored a goal, went up 1-0, and then ended up conceding 2 goals to lose 2-1. So I want to see a full 90-minute performance tonight. Second, that Awasa-Inivoldson combination play. I think when these guys are healthy and playing together, they're doing great things up top and dynamic play that we haven't seen in the last 5 years, in my opinion, from Sacramento forwards and strikers. And then finally, stay the course. Don't worry about the game on Saturday. There's so many extracurricular things that affected the game, the weather, the delays, etc. Forget about it. Move on. Short memory. You got a few-day break until you're coming out here tonight. So stay the course. Don't worry too much. And come out here, put in a good shift, and get some points.
Well, Sacramento found out from this LA side that in playing a 4-3-3, they'll pressure a bit up top with either Ethan Zubak or Kruniak just a little bit. But this is a team that can fly. They're young and they're hungry, and they're ones that really only have one thing on their mind, and that's to score goals. And so for this LA side to come in here on the road, this was a team out of the playoff picture not too long ago, Kevin. And so far, Junior Gonzalez has this team playing really well.
Yeah, really well. Since he's come in, I mean, it's been a different side for these guys, and it's always fascinating to me when you see that, team get used to a manager and things aren't working out, and aren't firing on all cylinders for whatever reason, and you get a manager shift, and all of a sudden it's just a shot of energy and adrenaline into this team, and things are drastically different. Now they're going out and getting points and winning games and putting themselves in decent position here for the playoffs.
And a heavy challenge in the midfield as Skundrich goes down, and Jorge Hernandez whistled for the foul. But Junior Gonzalez, 6'3" 2. He mentioned the pregame since taking over. The 41-year-old was previously with Seattle and Chivas, and he's a guy who's been around a little bit. He led Rio Grande Valley for a little bit and had some success there, and things didn't go as planned. And here he is now finding an opportunity after Mike Munoz was relieved of his duties with LA Galaxy 2. Sacramento, as you'll notice, wearing the pink socks tonight in honor of breast cancer awareness. And the field lines are pink as well. Gonzopoulos and Matt Mahoney, 2 center backs, and a rare mistake from Matt Mahoney. He's been so solid, and we saw kind of that fluky goal against El Paso, and then you had a little miscommunication, and the ball finds the net as Garcia was able to put it away in the 88th minute. Really a tough break for Sacramento, who pinged the medal 3 times on Saturday night. So still a chance to win, and just could not pull it off.
Yeah, a lot of woodwork action on Sacramento's part on Saturday. Just couldn't find the back of the net, and really unlucky, in my opinion, that the second goal conceded. Mahoney, definitely, probably a mistake on his part, but I don't think it merited a goal being conceded. And it's just, that's what happens when you play center back. You make one small mistake and you can get punished for it. When you do get punished for it, it ends up being in the back of the net. So unlucky for Sacramento, but I said it a minute ago, these guys just forget about it. I think it's one of those games, just write it off. You're not going to win every game, and bad breaks are going to go your way. Get yourself focused for tonight's game and get some points, because points are going to be absolutely vital over the next couple weeks, Rob. We looked at the schedule, looked at the standings here, and what was it, 4 points between being out of the playoffs and then hosting a home game in the playoffs. So, you know, if Sacramento doesn't end up getting some points here tonight on Saturday and then the following Saturday, I mean, being out of the playoffs is not a unrealistic goal. And also, hosting a game is a very realistic goal. So, really interesting time here. Great ball.
Quick touch. Thomasini Voltson has been spectacular since coming on with his club a couple of months ago.
Hey, that's a great tackle by Depew right there. Because if that ball's going through, it's going in. I think Kevin Alimon's just tracking on that far side. If Depew does not get a touch on it, I think Kevin Alimon's got an opportunity for a touch and a strike in behind that LA back four.
Depew, a big-time prospect. Ball driven in by Alimon, and it's headed away by Hilliard Arce. Far runner overruns it. And Depew, 19th overall pick in 2017, made 5 MLS appearances, and then was signed in the offseason to LA. Quickly going to try to spread it out wide. We've already seen a couple of options where it's Jordan McCrary running along that red side, either Kevin Alimon. So, you know, Sacramento looks to attack this young LA Galaxy 2 side. Will UC Davis Health bringing your injury report, and follow them on Twitter and Instagram at UC Davis Health. Of course, Shannon Gomez out for the season with the knee injury, and nobody for LA. And I think one of the bigger news and notes is Cameron Iwasa seems to be fully healed from that ankle injury in the starting 11 tonight. Skundrick plays it out wide. Aliman against Fides. Alimon's so good with his left foot, try to squeak it through to Andy Voltson. And now Hernandez will look the other way and draws the foul.
That's a bad tackle, bad foul from Villarreal. So the ball's going right to Kevin Alimon. I like the idea, I like the effort, try to slow it down, but shouldn't think just a little bit quicker there. You see you have some cover over your right shoulder. Take a look right here. He's already going down before the touch happens, contact happens.
Such a different style LA plays. This is a team that likes to press, get high, play direct, versus El Paso is much more possession based. Swing it around, look for something. As a player, how do you adapt to this style of play, and how do you impose what you're trying to do really on the other team?
Well, I mean, it's obviously two completely situations, and frankly, I like playing a style where you are pressing like LA's doing. I think it puts a lot of pressure on teams. Hard foul right there.
Challenge comes in. We're going to have the game's first booking already, and the crowd enjoys it as well, as it's Justin Fides.
But I always liked playing that high line and putting pressure on opposition, because it typically, if you put the right pressure on it, ultimately it leads to teams hoofing balls up. You know, look right here as this challenge is definitely late. It typically ends to teams having to clear the ball, and if you got a couple guys in the back that could win the aerial threats, and you get a guy that picks up second balls, it's so challenging for you to relieve pressure, and it just feels like you're on a constant barrage of wave after wave of people coming at you. And the best way to withstand that, obviously, is move the ball quickly, short passes, 1-2 touch, and work your way out.
Well, we saw it against Carson. Here's a direct ball, little back heel from Iwasa as he tries to play. Here's Formella. Formella will chip it back in. Mahoney's in the neighborhood. And defended well by LA, but not out of the woods yet. Here's the pressure from Skundrich, able to win this ball back, in Sacramento moving into the attack. Iwasa playing underneath. And Formella was awaiting, but getting just enough on it is LA, and they look to counter the other direction here at Papa Murphy's Park. And out of play, it'll be a throw for Sacramento. And we saw this in Carson not too long ago when these two sides last met. And it was LA that was able to pull out the 1-0 victory, but a lot of pressure coming for Sacramento, and Republic could not convert their chances and not able to pull away 3 points. Here's Kamara. The UCLA product, a couple of them here on this LA2 side. And Mahoney with good shielding runs into his goalkeeper as Kamara came rushing in. A dangerous play here, and now a little bit of extracurricular activities. Barahona has something to say and has to be careful as he puts his hand on his neck almost.
Barahona's got to be careful there. It's definitely Kamara's just no reason for him to come in with such force in this situation. Frankly, it should be a yellow card in my opinion, and then Barahona's got to be smarter than that. There's no reason to go in and touch. Say what you want to say. No reason to make contact with him. If I was Kamara, I'd have the same sort of reaction. So Mahoney's back up. Doing all right.
Quite a rivalry over the years. Sacramento nearly dominating, but as of late, it's been LA with the favorable outcome. Overall, Sacramento leads 10-5-3, but at home, not as dominant. I mean, the first loss in Carson came earlier this year on August 31st for Sacramento, which is surprising in this series. So 6-1-1 overall, but 4-4-2 here, so dead even as they play it at Papa Murphy's Park. Good holding by Cam, looking for Formella. High boot, not done yet. Cam looking to squeak through. Mahoney up over the top, Barahona into the corner. Gonna whip it in quickly, chance for Sacramento, broken up. Can Skundrich clean it up?
A great ball starting that off by Mahoney. A good ball in the box from Barahona as well.
Just by the hair, LA able to escape. Indy Voltson switch to Barahona. Barahona winding up again as Kamara applies pressure. Mahoney giving a lot of space, breaking the line, and just a little bit too heavy for Cam Iwasa. Iwasa 13 goals on the season. And it's good to see Iwasa and Indy Voltson pairing back up again. They have been a dominant force when playing together. You could make an argument, really no two other duo has been as effective really since the beginning of August, since we've seen from Iwasa and Indy Voltson.
No doubt, I don't think that's much of an argument. Foul given right there.
Villarreal going against his former club. As Jaime played for LA between 14 and 16, 61 appearances. And as a player, I'm guessing there's always a little bit more motivation to show your old club they made a mistake and letting you go.
For sure.
Did you ever try to prove San Jose or anybody else?
Always.
Patsopoulos, Sacramento still threatening Eric Lopez out of his 6. He may have been just on the line there. Tough to see with the lines painted pink. And Formella with the foul. Sacramento 8-4-3 at home on the season. LA much better on the road in 2019 they were in 2018. 5-5-4 this year, just 3 road wins in 2018, 11 defeats. And a lot of that going back to Junior Gonzalez as they've been a completely different club since he took the reins. LA will play it back. McCrary. Jaime. Good combination from Sacramento, and Kamara able to track back just in time. And another foul is called. It's been a busy evening already for Elton Garcia as both these teams playing physical and being aggressive on each ball.
Yeah, pretty soft in my opinion.
Pull through ball, Schultz into the corner, and Mahoney will try to get this to go out of play and maybe a foul before. And they're going to give it a goal kick. Good job by Mahoney not to allow that to continue forward.
Yeah, good job shielding that ball out of bounds, just shepherding it.
Bobby Shuttleworth, 4-3-1 as goalkeeper for Sacramento since coming over on loan from Minnesota United from MLS. He's allowing less than a goal a game. He's been a solid addition to this club since coming on after the loss of Josh Cohen. So it'll be a conversation between El Garcia now bringing over Barona and Kumar. It's been a bit physical already. Simon Elliott asking for further explanations from Jamie Padilla. Padilla, the fourth official this evening. Overall, though, Sacramento playing better, Kevin. Seems that they're combining better, especially in the attack. More chances have been created in the last couple of months. And even though there's a loss on Saturday as a handball is whistled against Kamara, it seems to be a much more dynamic team that we saw earlier in the year.
Yeah, and I think the big thing is, you know, one stat that you look at, we talked about this before the game, Rob, is, you know, shots on target for these guys. It's you know, it's kind of an odd stat to think about. You know, does it really mean anything? Yeah, you're getting more shots, but are they on target? So I think what we've seen is these statistics have favored Sacramento beneficially in that there's been more shots on target, better ratio, better percentage of shots on target versus off target. And I think it's because you're creating better chances and maybe more less quarter chances and less half chances. These are better opportunities that are being created by Sacramento with more dynamic runs, better combination play, better link-up play in that attacking third, thus leading to better opportunities to have good looks on target as a chance for Sacramento. Cam
jumped up on Cam and as he tried to turn the corner.
But I think that's a good sign when you have that statistic particularly increasing. Just means, in my opinion, that you're getting better looks. Therefore, you're able to get those shots, put them on target, and challenge goalkeepers. And we talk about anytime you're able to put something on target, challenge the goalkeeper, good things happen. Well,
and you look at two additions in Derek Formella and Thomas Bolson, both guys over 60% fighting target versus shots that gone awry. And as a team, I know that Sacramento's been heavily focused on this year was trying to increase that number and making sure you're getting better results at the shots that you're taking.
I think it's one of those sort of situations as well where if you get these two guys coming in, Volson specifically, where, you know, all of a sudden he's putting the ball on target at whatever, 72, 75%, whatever the statistic is, it's around that. You start forcing other guys to have accountability and seeing, okay, this is what it takes. And with Volson, how well he's played since he's come on and scoring goals, I think guys start thinking, you know, that's the quality, that's the level I need to be at, and it forces them to strive to be better.
Well, that
kind of a little contagious.
Competition can't always be on Saturdays and Wednesdays. It's got to be
it's
throughout
every
the
day.
week.
No, it's every day. It has to be.
Bolton with 6 goals, 2 assists. And there's 5 goals. High boot from Jaime Villarreal, popped up on Zubac. Sacramento, still pressure from LA. Volson, little head flick on to find Cam, but Cam was peeling out wide. Here's a chance for Sacramento to break a little bit. Formella trying to push it forward. You can see what Sacramento's doing. They feel like they can get a step on LA. Hilliard Arce, the center back, now moving up into the attack. Mohamed Kamara, the 21-year-old Liberian national. Against Barona. Too easy. Dinked over the side, just a miss hit on top, but LA missing a big opportunity as Hilliard Arce cannot find target, as Sacramento is lucky to catch a break there.
A great little run there from Hilliard Arce, your center back, traveling all the way up. Great piece of skill there from Kamara, but you know, really unlucky for, excuse me, that was Jorge Hernandez, or Kai, I think Kai Karanak, not able to put that on target, but a great ball starting out from Hilliard Arce. And frankly, got to be better defending there. 1v1 from Juan Barahona, your outside back. getting skinned in the corner, allowing that ball to come be served in, and a pretty good opportunity, pretty good look, little half chance for LA here.
Formella turning it over. Hernandez. These young players definitely skillful, there's no doubt about it. Ball play forward, Mahoney's got to give chase as Hatsopoulos will concede it into the crowd. Pretty good battles between LA and Sacramento. This is probably one of the younger teams we've seen. Here's Aliman flying forward, and he plays it forward for Eni Voltson. Eni Voltson's going to find frame. A spectacular goal from number 23. Oh, can you see that coming? The build-up from Aliman to Eni Voltson, and the Republic have the lead in the 20th minute.
What a goal right there. I tell you what, I don't know if it's Adam Saldana that's able to kind of slow that ball down. I thought it was a wonderful ball from Kevin Aliman, but a great defensive play by Saldana. And that turns out to tee the ball up on an absolute platter for Eni Voltson. Get a look right here, great break. And you see him take a little peek, Aliman, outside of left foot right there. Great ball, great vision, and this finish. World-class finish there. Look at this. Perfect textbook, wraps his foot around it. Top corner, far post. What a finish right there from Thomas Eni Voltson, put Sacramento up 1-0. But a great run too. Kevin Aliman deserves a lot of credit there. It's a great run, great penetrating run, and Eni Voltson, you see that run materialize. He's wide open. And LA, I thought that ball was going to get intercepted. I'm still trying to figure out if it's Hilliard Arce or who was it that made a great defensive play. And unfortunately for him, it just slowed that ball up, put it on a platter for Eni Voltson. And Eni Voltson still has a lot of work to do there, by the way, and does a great job. Wonderful strike, keeps it on target. The one place that you want to see him hit that ball, set up perfectly, the ball spin in the right direction. Great piece of technique right there.
I'm not a gamer, I don't know what the boost button is on FIFA, but that's exactly what we saw from Aliman. A burst of speed like that. When he had those hamstring issues, we weren't seeing that from Aliman, a completely different player now.
Yeah, dynamic going forward, that penetrating run, you're committing one or two defenders to you, and a great decision, great vision. Good job by Skundrich here too. Great job by Skundrich.
Skundrich goes down, Sacramento. This means to be more trust within the top four for Sacramento these days.
Yeah, but I want to go back to Aliman and talk about how great of a decision that was, and then executes outside of the left foot. Good weight on that ball. And the right decision, in my opinion, the right time. Great play by Sacramento, great build-up. Rewarded with the goal. It's wonderful for Sacramento.
Hernandez looked to break the line. Into the corner goes Zubac. Nobody tracking Barrona there, late arriving on the line and gets a foot on it. And it'll be a corner kick brought to you by Smile Generation for LA, their first of the evening. So Eni Voltson with goal number 7. As Barrona is down. And appears to be holding his left knee.
Looks like he's holding that left knee. The follow through there from Zubac, catches him maybe with a boot.
Appears to be up, and now he's guarding that near post. Ball driven back post, chance for LA, and it's just misstruck. And Bobby Shuttleworth looking to get his club out on the brick. An ever important game here as Sacramento final 4 matches of the USL Championship regular season tonight, and then at Tulsa on Saturday, and against Orange County on the 12th, and we'll finish it off against the Real Monarchs. And all these clubs still in the hunt, and so Real Monarchs, that's going to be a big match. That could determine whether or not Republic have a home match or not, and that'll be at 12 o'clock on that Saturday the 19th. Registration open for the Republic FC Young Olympians program. Experience the fun and professional environment of top-notch soccer. You can learn new skills and techniques. To register for more information, visit sacrepublicfc.com. Hear the Tower Bridge Battalion stomping their feet on the metal bleachers. I think they had some fun on Saturday night, despite the weather. They marched around the stadium, got whoever stuck around through that hail up off their feet cheering. And here's a little play. It's onside, would have been, as Iwasa tries to bring it down, and he bolts it. Another good run, and Jaime looking for him.
Oh, yes.
Nice, beautiful move from Jaime. Just missed, struck, goes for goal, and it'll go into the stands instead. But good piece of footwork from Jaime Villarreal.
Yeah, don't mind that. He had to rush it a little bit, so the ball's still kind of coming a little higher than he wants. Hard to get your knee over it, but he needed to strike it early as that ball got a defender driving in on him.
But to finish thought there, how fun was that seeing the Bridge Battalion?
Yeah, they probably
directly across from us.
They definitely had the most fun anyone out here on
a lot of
Saturday night.
Short sleeve shirts on him. He was a warm day.
He's a shirtless guy.
It's definitely not us. Mahoney. Coming back for it. Thing about LA, they're going to fly around and they know how to score goals. So even up by 1 here for Sacramento, they're going to need a couple for Patty. I mean, they picked up a 5-1 victory over OKC on Saturday evening. And that was a match when just about everybody scored for the Galaxy 2. Koriniak, Zubac with a brace, and Williams come in for the goal. Jose Hernandez all scoring, and they trailed 1-0 in that match, which to be a lesson for Sacramento here. This does not mean much at all with so much time left to play and against a team that's not afraid to score. They're going to take some chances. Look at Iwasa, a little bit of pressure. Lopez looks to clear, second ball, gambled by Hansopoulos. Rona finding Andy Volson. Little combination here is Iwasa. Is he onside? Didn't matter. Hilliard Arce able to break it up.
Another good tackle from Hilliard Arce and a great look from Andy Volson. And again,
just played.
Again, Rob, combination play between those two guys, Andy Volson and Iwasa. Looks really, really good. They're definitely on the same page. A nice little kind of delayed run. Cam did a really good job staying onside in that situation.
Hilliard Arce has come with a couple big plays already, and teammate of Drew Skundrich at Stanford. They won the 3 college cups together. This is a defender that has some real potential. Here's a guy selected number 2 overall in last year's draft by LA. He's strong, he's got some height. He's just got to get some games under his belt. Whistle from Garcia. Mahoney struck by Iwasa. Mistake there, leading to this for LA. Kamara. Build up nothing to show for it immediately. Overlapping run, playing it forward. Zubac, dangerous. Has 7 goals on the year. We'll look for a teammate broken up by Drew Skundrich.
Good build-up play by LA, and well done by Sacramento tracking back with Skundrich doing a good job of, working box to box again.
Formella. Now follow Sac Republic and the rest of the USL Championship on ESPN Plus. Home to USL, MLS, UFC, and more. ESPNplus.com is where you can sign up. Little pressure from LA. And Mahoney, you need to dribble out of this.
Mahoney got bailed out. Gotta make your decision quicker.
Hansapolos. Skundrich, he's got Iwasa to his left. Now Formella in stride. Is Skundrich showing a bit of pace. Got to get rid of it. Maybe too long.
That does all that work. Should have just played it easy to Innie Voltson next to him.
And he works himself back in the play, and then Innie Voltson's able to win it. Aleman running in, Formella, and it's cut off again by Hilliard Arce. Entire back line for LA, all under the age of 24. Mahoney given some space. Skundrich. Innie Voltson tries to get it back to Cam, and he throws it over the bar.
Innie Voltson, wonderful job finding Cam. Setting him up nicely on the right foot. Cam just lifts it over the crossbar. That's a chance right there and an opportunity. I really think you got to put that ball on target and strike it hard with the ability, the talent that Cam has and the power he could provide. Just put it on target, son. But good build-up play nonetheless, and good job by Mahoney driving up from that center back position, opening things up. And I tell you what, again, good combination play through the middle. Innie Voltson and Iwasa combining again for a shot, albeit off target.
Iwasa put one on frame against El Paso. Would have been the go-ahead goal at the time, and it just smacks the crossbar. His first action back since the ankle sprain. And I think about playing up top again. Again, we talk about Innie Voltson, the great season he's had. We tend to forget what he did last year. 20 goals, 10 assists with Orange County leading them into that playoff run. Misstruck by Shuttleworth. Barahona coming back for it. A hard tackle by Schultz. And I don't think it was intentional there. Schultz got caught underneath Barahona as Barahona looked to get back to the touchline. And there is the yellow card. Second for LA on the evening. Fedes was handed the first in the 7th.
Barahona's bailed out a little bit. I don't know if he really knew what he was going to do, what he wanted to do with the ball. Schultz comes in just a little bit too big, too much. You know, something to think about here too. It looks like Shuttleworth a few times has just elected not to strike the ball with his left foot. And I think as a goalkeeper, you need to be able to use both feet efficiently. And he's electing to go back to his right foot. There's been a couple times in the last couple minutes where it's kind of led to some issues for Sacramento coming out of the back. Handball.
Okay.
Hold on the ball too much. Just good pressure by LA, by the way.
Kariniak putting pressure on McCrary there.
It's forcing Sacramento's back forward. They've got to move the ball quickly. You can't sit and dwell on the ball and expect you're going to have the typical amount of time that you would have normally. You've got to move the ball quickly. Otherwise, you're going to get yourself in situations like we've seen here. Similarly, on this left side here with Barahona and the foul from Schultz. Over on the opposite side, Jordan McCreary's dwelling on the ball a little bit, and Kai Karuniak does a great job of putting that pressure on, forcing McCreary to try to do something, and got lucky, gets a foul called.
That includes Jaime Villarreal never coming back to relieve some pressure. Innie Voltson going to chip it into the corner. Hansapolos, the center back for Sacramento, is going to give some chase. And good job hustling back, but concedes a goal kick. And so despite the loss on Saturday to El Paso, if Sacramento can win out, that just means 3 points each match. They would host the first round of the playoffs as the 4th seed. Currently in 7th place. the very same token, if Sacramento is not able to pick up any points in the next few matches here, it could be devastating to this club and whether or not they find themselves in the playoff picture. Well, there's no panic quite yet on this team. They feel confident. It's a real possibility unless this team can find some magic here like this. Skundrick being pressured from behind. He's got to get rid of it. McCrary's going to give it a ride, and it's going to sail into the bleachers. Decent buildup for Sacramento again. Seeing better runs, Kevin.
It's a great entry pass from Villarreal that starts that off. I think it's Kevin Aliman peeling off to that right side. Great ball in, great little layoff. Skundrick needs to make his decision now. He's got 4 LA defenders right around him. And don't mind this strike from Jordan McCreary. Why not? Ball's rolling, coming at you. Kind of baby bouncies, kickball style. Put your foot through the back of the ball and try to hit target. But a great entry pass. That starts from Villarreal. Commentator's curse right there.
Villarreal a little bit more aggressive here this evening already as well.
Again, pressure coming from LA. Sacramento actually does a good job relieving it.
Vinny Voltson, plenty of grass in front of him. Formella, overlapping run. Here's Barrona to his left, dumps it off, played back into the middle, cleanup shot and miss, struck by Skundrick. He can't believe it, and neither can the fans here at Papa Murphy's Park. May have last been touched by LA, which means it will be a corner kick for Sacramento.
Yeah, good job. Good overlapping run by Barahona right there. I don't even really think that Formella knows too much about it until right about there. And a good ball across the face and well defended by Kai.
Caridia came all the way back to defend this. Ball driven well, broken up by LA. Back. LA not able to clear it. Sacramento gets a shot off as Jaime Villarreal was able to take a rebound from Barona's strike.
Tell you what, no one's being bashful tonight, pulling the trigger. Barahona right there, that's a tough piece. That's a tough ball to strike coming out towards you in the air. A lot of things can go wrong. It does a good job, makes good contact.
Kamara, former UCLA Bruin, runs into a little bit of trouble, able to stay up on his feet. Saldana now a chance. Here's a follow-up by LA, and it's 1-1 as Ethan Zubak has scored number 8 on the year.
That was a wonderful save by Bobby Shuttleworth to start that sequence off. And then Ethan Zubak in the right place at the right time. Good finish. Looks like Matt Mahoney's there trying to make his body big. It almost does the opposite of it, in my opinion. Take a look at it right here. Good piece of skill here from Kamara. There's no way he should be able to walk through Sacramento's defense that easy. And a wonderful strike right there. Better save. And Mahoney just goes down quickly. I don't think this is the cleanest of strikes from Zubak in the back of the net nonetheless. Level here in Sacramento at 1-1.
Right, looked like he almost died. Worried about a handball. So Zubak in the 38th. And we are tied in Sacramento as Republic and LA Galaxy 2.
Yes, it's funny in this game sometimes. It's probably the first or second opportunity that LA's had in this first half, and yet we're not at 1-1 here.
Big shot from Kamara to Barona, not called. And now a late tackle coming. Kamara stays on his feet, able to evade.
Definitely a foul, in my opinion, to start that off. Barahona spent the majority of this first half on his backside.
Barahona had some issues
And
with
Kamara once again doing a good job, good footwork, kind of trying to pull through, earns a corner kick. Take a look here. Look at this tackle that Barahona goes flying in. If you're going to go down, you got to get body or the ball. This piece of skill almost goes through Mahoney's legs. Mahoney does a good job, stands him up, but still, Kamara's doing a great job on this
ball
right
driven.
flank.
Here's a cleanup.
Almost a throw-in. We were playing back in my day in training sessions. If you're pulling the trigger from that distance, if you got someone down, it might be Kamara.
That's Kamara, yes.
But in my day, if you were taking that crack from that far out, ball goes out for a throw-in, You gotta go collect the ball yourself and throw it in. It's a run of shame.
I like you say my day like that was 20 years ago.
Back in my day, Rob.
So Kamara's down maybe a hamstring issue. And so the training staff will come out, but here again, 2 games in a row, Kevin. Sacramento's up by a goal and they concede. And now we're level again, and feel a little bit of momentum change right now as LA just kept applying pressure. And I think the one thing about this young team, they don't really get down when they're down a goal. They just keep fighting and keep playing like it's 0-0 the entire time.
I agree. I mean, the youthful exuberance of these players, nothing can hold them down, these millennials out there.
Yeah, you propped them up. Well, final playoff spots are at stake. And October 9th, a Wednesday night soccer return to ESPN News as a couple of East Coast squads will get together. Birmingham Legion FC and Hartford Athletic. Catch the drama unfold Wednesday, October 9th, 5 o'clock Pacific on ESPN News. Throw for Republic, and they bounce back after an Ethan Zubak goal in the 38th minute. Andy Voltson scored the game's first on a breakaway started by Kevin Aliman, and a turnover. Barona able to win it back, but Kamara continues his run along this right flank. Formella comes in to help, and good effort, and the crowd likes it at Papa Murphy's Park. Aliman, triple team coming, somehow evades a fourth and help, and now Aliman with turnover Republic. How many times have we seen that tonight, Kevin, where all this hard work is done, effort, and then an easy turnover?
That's right. I don't mind that effort from Aliman. It's just unfortunate because I think both Indy Volton and Awasa aren't expecting it. The one guy that is expecting it is Nick Depew. It's a simple play from great ball.
Over the top, LA, Periniak, Patsopoulos, good defending. Now here's Hernandez. Schultz, right foot. Clean up. Here's a chance for LA as it's Ontiveros, who's been quiet this evening.
I miss it, but nice job. Good step by Ontiveros. Tell you what, it just looks like Juan Barahona over here on this left side. He's got his hands full tonight. He's not defending well, not working his feet. Bit of a liability, in my opinion, right now.
Year-old Kamara having his way. Mahoney, Formella. Sacramento on same page earlier in this match. In the last few possessions, there's been quite a few easy turnovers. Something going to get through, and the flag stays down. Kamara continues his run, angles in, cuts it back. Still a chance for LA via Real, and Sacramento catches a lucky break.
I tell you what, this linesman's going to get his ear full right now when he walks by Simon Elliott.
I mean, he was a good 2 steps off the line, Kevin. Skundrich battling in the midfield.
Let him go!
And kills the momentum for Sacramento's Elton Garcia. See if you can catch whether Kamara is quite I mean, Kevin, you don't need to be in line to see he was offside. No, but good for Kamara. I mean, you might as well take chances. If it's not going to get called, maybe Sacramento should look to catch a few as well. That's the one thing we haven't seen much of, Sacramento not breaking through from that line. Here's Awasa. Barona has help from behind. It's Zubak. This one served in, looking for Indy Voltson. A second chance. Aliman to McCrary, former Seattle Sounder. Back to Aliman. Aliman going to give it a ride, and it'll take a couple of hops, but it was deflected away by LA. A corner kick for Sacramento in the 45th. Garcia is going to have a further conversation with Barahona, as Barahona has been a bit unhappy with some of the calls that have not been given. Crowd stopping their feet for this Smile Generation corner kick. Sacramento looking to go back ahead. Barahona whipping it right back in. Saldana. Pressure. Formella. Eni Voltsen playing it for Cam. He was on his weaker left foot there and trying to turn. And couldn't find
Still good,
enough space.
good combination play. Those two finding each other there. Oh, lucky.
Misplayed by Hansopoulos.
Yeah, that ball was moving a bit. Looked like it was knuckling. But still, Hansopoulos has got to understand that and see it and just take a small swing or take a touch.
2 minutes of stoppage time brought to you by Rayleigh's Something Extra Rewards program. Earn points every time you shop. Sign up today, Rayleighs.com. Hernandez, former Academy Player of the Year for the LA Galaxy in 2017. He's been one of the top prospects in the U.S. development academies as well. Just 18 years of age. Quick touch from Kamara, finding Schultz in stride along the right flank, angling in, cuts it back. Barahona able to break up the play. It'll be a corner kick for LA here in stoppage time.
Yeah, good tackle there from Barahona. Once again, hits the deck. Learning his paycheck this week.
And not only that, he's got Schultz and Kamara really running at him, and LA is maybe feeling that they've got an opportunity to wear the Salvadorian down. Hernandez will take it here. 2 assists on the season. Hard driven ball, chance for LA, just not able to turn it right now. And Schultz right back. Ethan Zubak. Zubak with the left foot, and he's going to tag the scoreboard. LA, a much different team this last 10+ minutes, Kevin.
I still think it's pretty open on both sides. I think LA's pretty suspect.
Well, they fly up and down, and they are able to get the equalizing goal in the 38th minute by Ethan Zubak. Thomas Eni Voltsen getting number 7 on the year. They'll go to the break tied. We'll have your highlights and more, and a feature of one of our biggest supporters that you won't want to miss. That's all coming up at the break here. It's 1-1 from Papa Murphy's Parts.
At UC Davis Health, we know there's a lot more to you than meets the eye. During your open enrollment, make sure you can choose a personal UC Davis Health doctor. Learn more at choosehealth.ucdavis.edu.
This is your RAM Auto Update.
Only a new car dealer can sell you a factory-certified vehicle. At the Roseville Auto Mall, there's 21 brands of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Factory-certified pre-owned vehicles are backed by manufacturer warranties and include at least a 160-point inspection. Get the peace of mind of an uncompromising pre-delivery vehicle inspection. Plus, choose from the largest selection of factory-certified pre-owned vehicles in Northern California. With 17 dealers, 21 new car brands. The Roseville Auto Mall is driven to be the best.
Wow, it's so great you can order Papa Murphy's online.
Yeah, we walked in and walked right out with our pizza in record time.
You really can get anything online these days.
Totally.
I like your mask.
You know, that mustache surprisingly looks really good on you.
Thanks. I've been growing it for years.
Now get 25% off when you order at papamurphys.com using code 25OFF. Papa Murphy's. We make it, you bake it.
How's it going?
Wow, what do we got over here?
This is the all-new Chevy Silverado.
It's beautiful.
Beefy and mean looking.
It's the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever, and it's full of surprises.
Nice.
It offers an industry-first power up-down tailgate.
I kind of didn't expect that to happen.
But that's not all. The Silverado has more cargo volume than any competitor.
Very impressive.
It's got 20% more than F-150.
That is really nice.
Is there a buy it now button on there too?
Yeah.
At UC Davis Health, we know there's a lot more to you than meets the eye. During your open enrollment, make sure you can choose a personal UC Davis Health doctor. Learn more at choosehealth.ucdavis.edu.
Welcome back to Papa Murphy's Park at the break. We are celebrating more than Pink Night here at the park, but also taking time to recognize Jane Walker, a very special member of the Republic family. Jane is a Tower Bridge Battalion member who has bravely shared her breast cancer story with us.
March of 2018, I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. Thankfully, I was able to get through it without it impacting my ability to come to Sac Republic matches. In fact, being able to come to the matches was really something that kept me going, and I know I'm gonna cry. That kept me going and kept me able to focus on something other than the sad part of what was going on in my life. Around that time, Sac Republic came out with the scarf for the Susan Komen Foundation to support breast cancer. And a really neat thing that happened is Ben Gumpert, the president of the club, was able to get all the players to sign the scarf for me. He gave it to me the week before I went to have my surgery. So when I had my little picture taken before surgery, I had my Sac Republic scarf around me. The community that has kind of developed and that I've helped to grow and has grown around me just really felt like a kind of a hug around me. It was everything. I mean, it was what kept me from getting down when things were hard. It's what kept me moving and not focusing on what I had to do to deal with the cancer, but instead, focused on the fun things in life. Just having the sense of family that the club created was a very special thing for me during that time.
Long range effort. Oh, that's spectacular. From distance, and it's a goal. That's a great save, Van Oekel.
Hamilton back out wide. Chance to put this in the penalty area. Chance, a goal! Devin Sandoval brings them to their feet in Albuquerque. A minute to play. Dia puts it in. Definitely headed away. Shot comes in. It's 2-2. Oh, can you believe it? From 2-0 down, Phoenix are level.
Making the run, Hernandez, edge of the box. Hernandez, great move, gets free. Hernandez gives SAFC the lead.
I told you the big man was feeling it tonight.
No, into the middle.
Oh, good shot.
Goes Frank, gets the shot away, score! Nowhere to go for Lorendi.
Back in the middle looking for Cox, trying to set up a shot, and it finds the corner! We're level at 2, and all of a sudden, game on here in Tucson! Puts this in the middle, looking for Ramos, bingo! It's off the hands of Hara and in! The opening goal for Toronto FC 2.
Moape lost it. Boateng on the run. Boateng back in the net.
Charles Boateng is first in league play to send it in. Headed away, couldn't get by the first man. Hernandez might come away with it, and he does! And there's nobody in goal! Greenville are going to score, and they're going to the playoffs! Greenville and Chris Bermudez!
And there is Jane Walker, who we featured earlier here at the break, and big-time supporter and an absolute great lady as well. We've had several conversations with her. They've been fans pretty much since day one. We are at the break here. It is tied between Sacramento and LA. And with that, we're going to go around the league now. The USL News and Notes brought to you by Xfinity, and Eastern Conference still a lot of teams alive, just like we're seeing out here in the West. 8 points between 4th and 14. It's 5 between 4th and 11 right now. And, you know, Orange County, one of those clubs that pretty much looked like they weren't going to be much of a threat at all. Here they are. They're in the mix. Sacramento hosts them at home in a week and a half now. I mean, Kevin, this thing is wide open on both sides of the coast.
Yeah, wide open. It's incredible. I mean, to see at this point in the season, to see the amount of players that are still, or teams that are still in the hunt, it's unreal.
It's fun, but a little bit nerve-wracking, I think, for Republic
absolutely
fans.
nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Out-of-town scores, and this is what's happened this week. But El Paso, back-to-back 2-1 wins, and that's coming over Fresno. That's a good win for them. They are now back in the thick of things, right behind the Republic. And, of course, you have the East Coast putting in the scores as well earlier this week, and Sacramento back at it on Saturday on the road, going back to Oklahoma to take on Tulsa. So let's take a look, though, at the Life Storage Western Conference standings. This is if everything would end up currently. So Sacramento has 44 points going into tonight, and a draw would put them right back in 6th because they have the tiebreaker over OCSC right now. But Kevin, you win tonight, and you're with 47th, then you're in 4th place.
Yeah, I mean, then you got that home playoff spot position nicely, and also I think there's going to be some fallout and some shakedowns over the next 10 days or so, or 7 days or so with these other teams. So it might give you a little bit of breathing room, too, to maybe allow you to have a bit of a slip-up, before the end of the season.
Yeah, you only got 4 left on the entire regular season. Hard to believe we are toward the end of 2019 of the USL Championship season, but here we are. Highlights, stats, coming up next. Don't go away.
At UC Davis Health, we know there's a lot more to you than meets the eye. During your open enrollment, make sure you can choose a personal UC Davis Health doctor. Learn more at choosehealth.ucdavis.edu.
How's it going?
Wow, what do we got over here?
This is the all-new Chevy Silverado.
It's beautiful.
Beefy and mean looking.
It's the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever, and it's full of surprises.
Hey, nice.
It offers an industry-first power up-down tailgate.
I kind of didn't expect that to happen.
But that's not all. The Silverado has more cargo volume than any competitor.
Very impressive.
It's got 20% more than F-150.
That is really nice.
Is there a buy it now button on there too?
Yeah.
Wow, it's so great you can order Papa Murphy's online.
Yeah, we walked in and walked right out with our pizza in record time.
You really can get anything online these days.
Totally.
I like your mask.
You know, that mustache surprisingly looks really good on you.
Thanks. I've been growing it for years.
Now get 25% off when you order at papamurphys.com using code 25OFF. Papa Murphy's. We make it, you bake it.
This is your RAM Auto Update. A factory-certified pre-owned vehicle means at least a 160-point inspection by factory-trained technicians, so that any damaged or worn parts are repaired or replaced to the manufacturer's standards before you buy the vehicle. Things like brakes, shocks, electronics, transmission, engine gaskets, plus an extended factory warranty and 24-hour roadside assistance. Shop the largest selection of factory-certified pre-owned vehicles in Northern California at the Roseville Auto Mall. Driven to be the best.
At UC Davis Health, we know there's a lot more to you than meets the eye. During your open enrollment, make sure you can choose a personal UC Davis Health doctor. Learn more at choosehealth.ucdavis.edu.
Halftime continues from Papa Murphy's Park alongside Kevin Goldthwait. I'm Rob McAllister. We're going to get to our first half highlights brought to you by NorCal Honda. Early on, LA with a dangerous look. Kai Koreniuk, who had the game-winning goal against Sacramento. He got it going early for Los Angeles, and a pretty clean look. Kamara dangerous from the right side as well.
Yeah, Kamara's looked really good on that right side going up against Barahona all afternoon. It's a great job. Koreniuk just can't get that thing on target. Looks like it comes off the shoulder and then off the head. But a good piece of skill in defending needs to be a lot better from Barahona.
Well, not too many possessions later, Sacramento would get a nice burst in the midfield. And look at this from Kevin Aliman turning it on. And a misstep by Hilliard Arce, and Eni Voltson with a world-class goal makes it 1-0.
Yeah, great finish. Can't say enough about this finish. Inside of the foot, just curls it in that top corner. Goalkeeper's got no chance. Wonderful finish.
And then Cam Mawasa, not to be outdone, he would look for an opportunity from a little bit of distance here and would just sail it over the bar. But good aggressive move from Cam to try to find target.
Yeah, good combination play between him and Eni Voltson again, and a great entry pass right here into Kevin Aliman. Great little layoff. Skundrich has to act a little bit quicker, and then followed up by Jordan McCreary just putting his laces through the back of the ball. Can't find target.
And then for Los Angeles, they would not go down without a fight here in this first half. And again, from this right side for LA, there would be a bit of a mistake. But before that, you'd have this chance from Skundrich.
Yeah, really good opportunity and a good look. And Skundrich, I think, does a good, decent enough job. Maybe makes the wrong decision in terms of what side of the goal to go against. But then obviously here's Kamara dicing Sacramento up. And a good ball played out wide and a great save by Shuttleworth. But unlucky, right into the path of Ethan Zubak. And Ethan puts it right into the ground and bounces over Mahoney for a goal to equalize things 1-1.
Back-to-back matches where we've seen Shuttleworth make a save, and then unfortunately, ball comes right back, wrong place, and opponent is able to put one through. So Lasher, Elk Grove, and Subaru bringing you this look of the match stats from the first 45. Sacramento 9 shots, but just 1 on target, and that is something Republic have tried to improve on. They're getting plenty of shots in these matches. It's finding target and getting them on frame to potentially find a goal is where things have been a bit dicey at times. So with that, let's look at what we're about to see here, Kevin. And we go to our first half. In your view, what did Sacramento do well in that first 45?
You know, I thought they did a good job in putting pressure on LA, did not allow that counterattack to happen. I think they need to do better, particularly on Barahona's side with Mohamed Kamara. Got to slow him down, and that means you got to get his head down as quickly as he can as he gets the ball. But I think Sacramento did a good job, moved the ball nicely, got in behind LA with some good runs, some dynamic runs in that final third. Want to see him continue to do that.
Goal by Eni Voltson, a goal by Zubak. As we are about to get started here from Papa Murphy's Park, Elton Garcia blowing his whistle. And we are in a 1-1 match between LA Galaxy 2 and Sacramento Republic. It is now the 19th meeting between these two sides. Breaking free, Cam, Eni Voltson. What about Eni Voltson? Always his head is on his swivel, looking for options. Whether it be back to play it safe, forward, off to the left or right. He's got a goal, his 7th on the year. Turnover, leading it through to this. As Hernandez is slowed up, but now a chance breaking Kamara. The flag goes up. And an offside call will bring it back. LA 43 points, Sacramento with 44.
Good job in the back four, staying compact.
Formella takes a shot to the face, no whistle coming. Zubak able to break free and into the arms of Shuttleworth.
Oh, Sacramento's very, very lucky right there that Zubak misses that first touch. I think There might have been a foul there on Formella, but he's got to get his head up and peek behind him as that ball's coming in to know that there's a defender coming through. If we're going to look at this, you can see he has no idea this defender is coming. He's got to take a look over his shoulder.
Yeah, he took a shot to the chin.
Or maybe some sort of communication. Yeah, I think it's inadvertent. Definitely makes contact, but Formella's got to take a peek over his shoulder as Ontiveros comes through.
And Simon Elliott maybe going to his bench here. So Formella looks to be a little bit shaken up. There is activity, doesn't mean he'll make a sub quite yet. Simon Elliott, of course, played with the LA Galaxy. And quite a career there, 5 seasons, 122 appearances. Aliman being double teamed and trying to cut it through.
It's a good effort there. I mean, give it a go. I think Kevin's in such good form. Why not? Otherwise, maybe pull that back and try to retain possession.
Forward to Cam, heads it down. Eni Voltsen being held, stays on his feet. He's such a strong player. Aliman has a little bit of room, just outside the box, cuts it back in and on frame. Too easy of a play for Eric Lopez, but you had Formella, Eni Voltsen all making good runs toward goal.
Yeah, Kevin Aliman is definitely looking for either Formella or Eni Voltsen. Just goes right in between them. Wouldn't mind seeing him have a strike on that right there first time.
Yeah, you're right. He saw them both taking a run. Little misstep, Aliman cutting it off, breaking free. And a strong tackle to able to clear the ball is Nick Depew. Jaime.
Great ball.
Into the corner for Aliman, lays it perfectly. It'll be a deep throw as Justin Fides has conceded. I mean, I'll tell you, Aliman, he's had some fabulous strikes tonight, Kev.
That's a great ball. I like to see Kevin probably try to pick that ball up on the second bounce on its way up quickly before, you know, not allowing Fides to come in and challenge. But still, win the ball in that offensive third down there isn't the worst thing in the world.
McCrary. Little back heel, Eni Voltsen. And now a little cross up between Jaime and Hatsopoulos and the speedster Ethan Zubak looking on frame. Angles in. Good job, Jaime Villarreal. Just had the nice ball forward there, then hustles back, makes a good strong defensive play to slow down Ethan Zubak.
Great job. Get the crowd appreciating that, which is great to see. The educated Sacramento fans.
One thing when the LAFC came up, one of the biggest compliments they said was, you know, it was a great crowd, it's fun. They said, but they were educated, they understood the game, and it felt like this is one of the better atmospheres they had played in.
I appreciate the little nuances of the game.
Zubak laying it forward, and
Good
Hernandez broken up from behind.
Great tackle by Formella right there.
Since that loss from Republic to LA on August 29th, they've gone 3-1-1. Of course, the lone loss against El Paso, and as Hatsopoulos is whistled. This match is in July. We're probably seeing a lot of changes in the lineup here, but I guess the final stretch, Simon Elliott's got to go all in. You're seeing an attacking-minded 11 here tonight for Sacramento.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the subs come in. You know, we had so far this season. There's a guy on the bench named Sam Warner that's done a fantastic job. Scored some goals, some assists. See who the first guy off the bench is going to be, and it's going to be a defensive move or an offensive move. A very precarious position on the table. 1-1 in the 50th minute right now.
Well, you finally, for the first time, have all of your center backs healthy, and I don't know how long, with Mitchell Taintor, Deckel Cannon in the 18. And then you have really Partain, Warner, Bijev, or Bonomo. If you're thinking offensively, and really Partain has been unlucky to be able to get into the 11 lately. But you're right, the spark that Sam Warner adds to this club is purely measurable. He's come up with some big-time goals off the bench this year. Mistake from Sacramento. This is going to leave a good chance for LA's Ethan Zubak. And it's Jaime Villarreal again getting back.
Yeah, as soon as Barahona played that ball, I looked down at Simon Elliott, and he's got Mitch Taintor getting up on off the bench right now.
So that, and you have Mahoney, who can play out on the wing a little bit. They even like Hansopoulos out there at times. And Mahoney, a defensive midfielder, so you might see a change. Fides into the 18, cuts it back forward. Skundrix will clear it away.
Yeah, there's no way. It's going to be probably like for like here, in my opinion, if Tanner's going to be coming in. Looks like he probably is. He's getting his shin guards put on right now. Keep the center backs the same. You don't want Hansopoulos playing on the outside. I think Harris and Mahoney both have been partnering well together. Maybe you see Mahoney move out wide, but I bet you it's just going to be Barahona in or out, and then Taintor coming in on that left side. Just not a good performance here tonight by Barahona so far, 54 minutes in.
And let's just see how Taintor's able to deal with not playing a lot of minutes. Hernandez somehow not able to connect, and that allows for Cam to send it up the field. And what kind of game shape is Mitchell Taintor going to be in if he's going to be put onto the wing? It would be an interesting move by Simon. Maybe feels that he has enough trust in his guy. Or do you go three in the back and bring McCrary up?
Fitness, I don't think, should be an issue. That might be a conversation. I don't see too much tactics look like going on discussing down there, so probably not switching the formation.
Krenick plays it back to the middle, and look at Formella.
Formella's looked fantastic defensively tonight. However, you want that guy to be up, being dynamic and being effective going forward. Yeah, Tanner's probably going to be coming in here.
It's getting a little bit of a direction, and now with technology, you can see exactly where things are working and where they're not. And it's been an issue for Sacramento along that left side defensively. Ontiveros looking for some help on the right side. He'll find it. Kamara just toying with Barahona right now. And he may have earned a corner kick. Well, celebrate your birthday and plan the next group outing. That would be for the October 12th match, and you can do that at SacRepublicFC.com. Here's Jorge Hernandez. Ball driven well, target, or just off the mark. And that was Nick Depew. And here is your substitution. So Juan Barahona out of the match. And it's Mitch Taintor in to this game as Simon Elliott wants to see a change along that left side. So some conversations now being had as Mahoney comes over and asks for directions. Well, you actually have Jordan McCrary, the former MLS veteran, moving to the left side. You have now Matt Mahoney on the right and Mitchell Taintor at the center back position. So there you go.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
So typically a right back, what does McCrary give you now on the left side?
Same thing. It's just obviously I think his weaker foot's his left foot. It's always challenging, really. It's kind of like your left side, right side of your brain, the way it operates. You got to completely flip everything. You know, whenever you receive a ball, now your vision's different. It was always a challenge for me, especially in the middle of the game.
Hansapolo's finding Mahoney. Mahoney tried to cut it in, and Feedy's able to recover in time, and a corner kick for Sacramento.
Especially in the middle of the game to go from the left to the right side. But I think McCurry, we've seen him on both sides enough that it shouldn't be that big of a deal for him.
LA on the move. Kamara tucks in. Has help to his left and right. Elects for Schultz. Schultz will pause behind Kamara again. Here's a chance for Hernandez. He might look for goal. And Matt Mahoney. LA is about to make a change as well. Smile Generation bringing you the corner kicks this evening. Here's Jorge. Cam Gups over the top and is undercut. And by Depew, and that will give a break, and that means a substitution is coming in. Adam Saldana, the 17-year-old who signed from the academy in June, is coming out of the match, and it's Jose Hernandez from Mexico City. He signed the homegrown contract with Real Salt Lake in 2016, made 7 appearances with the RSL, and last year, a little bit of time with the Real Monarchs. This is a direct ball over the top. Cam being held, no whistle coming. Skundricks tries to clean up the second ball. Jaime battling with Hernandez. Jaime continuing to fight. And Sacramento's Jaime Villarreal likely showing why LA made a mistake in letting him go. His hustle and his effort tonight definitely applauded. Nearly 60 minutes gone by. It's Thomas Eni Voltson and Ethan Zubak each with goals tonight. Mitchell Tainer came on as a substitute for Barona. Crary moved out the left back position, and Mahoney at the center back position came out right. Hernandez playing it forward.
What a ball.
He's an electric player. Ontiveros switching sides. Too much for Koreniuk. And it's out of play, a goal kick for Bobby Shuttleworth. Formella at his feet. Stallimon tried to stay on side, a little bit too heavy. For Los Dos, they've got Colorado Springs switchbacks, Fresno FC, and El Paso Locomotive to round out the rest of their season. And right now in the playoff picture, after a strong summer, after a slow start in the spring. Ontiveros. There's Kamara, switch sides so far. Nifty play is going to go for goal, and it is deflected away by Drew Skundrich. So apparently Kamara has seen enough of Jordan McCrary and his move sides here to try to take advantage. Maybe Matt Mahoney. Maybe he feels he has a bit of a step on.
Yeah, good piece of skill here. Not the best strike. Actually, it wasn't that bad.
Well, you asked for him, and now you're going to get him. Here is Sam Warner, and he will replace Derek Formella. Warner on the year with 6 goals, 4 assists. It has a couple of those goals, 2 of them in fact, in U.S. Open Cup play. It's been a solid professional season for Sam Warner in his 2nd year out of Stanford University. Corner kick for LA, however, in the meantime, at the hour mark. Hernandez, ball driven low into the mix. Good stop from Jaime Villarreal, who was covering that near post.
Yeah, I think that goes wide, but still Jaime Villarreal in a really good spot and has the thought to take a touch and not just try to slash at it and clear it. So good job by Jaime Villarreal in the right spot on the near post.
What does Sam Warner bring to you in this match? Let's take a look actually at that replay and see how close this was. As you had Jaime just hugging that post.
Yeah, I think that probably goes wide at the end of the day, but still Jaime's doing his job on that near post. Good look right there, maybe just off the post.
Not much.
Sam should bring a little bit more dynamic energy going forward. I think Darius had a good shift defensively. He did a lot of good work chasing back, but that's not what you want from your winger. You need your winger going forward and making an impact in that area, in that arena of the pitch. So I think that's where Sam should step in here on that left side. Hopefully serve some balls in the box, get some runners going, and or get behind. Try to have a couple, put a couple shots on target here in the last
Sam,
30 minutes.
He can score from both sides too, and he's not a guy who sticks to one. We've seen him cut in with his left. We've seen him take balls in stride, score from his right. So it's someone who can be dangerous. See what kind of impact he can have in this match here. Sacramento looking to get 3 points and have their eyes set on that 4th position. Fides will throw to Zubak. Pontopoulos tracking back. Kamara. And an offside call. So trying to play the triangle for LA did not work out. And I think Simon asking for a little bit more possession to keep the ball. Maybe feeling a little too loose right now. Wants to see if Sacramento can build something, get a look on target. And that's not the way to do it. And Ethan Zubak, after the win over OKC, that 5-1 victory last weekend, he said that he's feeling this team has had the best flow since he's been with this club. He says we're really getting hot at the right time, and they feel very confident going into the postseason as Villarreal just gets a little too high on the chest.
Yeah, looks like it's at Kevin Aleman actually.
Or excuse me,
Kamara puts it between his legs and ends up fouling. Careful.
Hernandez, hard ball. Misplayed, McCrary with a step. No need to force it here. Here's Villarreal to help.
So we need movement. No one's really moving for him here because everyone's waiting for somebody else.
Here's Cam. It's been a quiet evening for Cam.
Good decision. Good decision. No reason to force it.
Alemana waits. I love about Eddie Wilson, he's always calling for it and is always looking to make a run. This ball's pop high, good ball from Tainer. Plays off the hit of Aleman and out of play, maybe whistled.
It's fouling Aleman, just lazy.
To Garcia giving Simon Elliott the long, hard look before signaling a foul against Sacramento. Depew. It's too easy for Republic.
Gotta find someone though. done. Amy Voltson starts that pressure. Unlucky for Sacramento not to pull the ball away.
Simon Elliott wants more possession. That's not what Sacramento's doing right now, but look at this little break. Iwasa leaking forward. Aliman there, and Amy Voltson. Much to go for goal.
Good driving run. Not the best execution at the end of the day, but still puts himself in a good position. Good win by Villarreal. Voltson just penetrates. No real runners there. It might have been a runner there from Kevin Aliman at the last second, but still, no one's really making a run and choosing for him, telling him to do anything.
Hernandez. There's Schultz. Quick little layoff. Curls this back in. Cross comes now on Tiveros with a cleanup.
Second balls again.
Too many opportunities for LA.
Just LA's got a little pep in their step compared to Sacramento. Sacramento's super reactive rather than proactive.
How about the big man Depew coming all the way from the center back position. Keeping it alive, Kamara. To his right, cross in. Amy Voltson laying it for Warner. Back, he's got Cameron, and a hard challenge comes in.
No one's talking. It's definitely off Amy Voltson. I don't think that's a foul, but no one's telling Amy Voltson that he's got a ban on. Someone coming. It's a very, very lethargic moments here for Sacramento. Oh, look at this right here. Is Amy Voltson? Yeah, I don't think there's a foul whatsoever there.
So, Feedy's just tried to throw the ball and lost it. And now the crowd a bit upset, and Simon Elliott saying, come on. I don't know if the play was called dead. Maybe Garcia was saying, hold on. And now he's having a conversation with Amy Voltson. Either way, it seems to Kevin that Republic are allowing the officiating to get to them a little bit. They've almost just got to forget about it and start playing through.
Always. Keep an eye on the second balls here for the next 5 or 10 minutes.
Voltson whistled for a foul. It's going to be touchy from Garcia. What's going on here?
It's a foul. I don't know why everyone's. It's a good challenge by Amy Voltson. It's a foul though. So I don't know. I mean, move on, get on with it, and quit blaming the referee for your troubles here. Touch right there. It's a foul. Second balls is going to be the key here, in my opinion, for the next 20 minutes, leading to the end of this game. And Sacramento's got to figure out a way to keep the energy up.
Just a bit quicker LA is right now.
But no one's showing for the ball. No one's showing for the ball. Everyone's running away. That's the opportunity that you have to keep the ball. Look, LA's right back on the throats again. Foot on the gas. See if Sacramento can weather the storm here.
Played forward, good look for LA with a left foot. It will be Hernandez, and Bobby Shuttleworth is yelling at his back line regarding that last breakdown.
Yeah, it's way too easy. 1 or 2 passes and you get someone on the top of the 18-yard box, takes 2 touches and has a strike. Jorge Hernandez. Fortunately, Sacramento, Mitchell Tainer is able to get his body in front of it. A nervy moment, so.
Plays it short, back to Hernandez. Finds Schultz, University of Akron. Standout will send this ball in. It's volleyed around by Sacramento. Into the corner, Feedy's. Koriniak Sends a cross in, now it's Hernandez, and it's a follow-up shot, and it's in on the rebound, Mohamed Kamara, and it's 2-1 LA.
You know it's coming, man. Honestly, you can just sense it.
And now Simon's gonna go to his bench.
But I mean, the last 5 or 10 minutes, I mean, it starts 5-10 minutes ago, this goal does. It's where Sacramento, they're unable to collect the ball. They're unable to hold the ball. They're unable to spring possession. It's a good job by Hernandez into Kamara. Kamara does a good job, gets a touch. And it looks like Shuttleworth already on the ground, simple of finishes, lifts it off the ground for the goal.
Well, Alimon's evening is over, and it'll be William Bichev.
So just even going back here, Robbie, and the fact that Sacramento's unable to get pressure on the ball, unable to keep the ball. Kamara had a touch, ability to look up, and then have a finish inside this 6-yard box. Unheard of, unheard of.
Here's Sam Warner trying to play it forward. Sacramento's William Bichev right back, and they follow it up. And Skundrich should have taken a shot, too unselfish.
No, it's a shot. This is Skundrich, just doesn't make good connection with the ball. It's heavy legs, typically leads to that.
Simon wants him to pick it up here as we're past the 70-minute mark.
I mean, you have to pick it up, Rob. I mean, we talked about the point situation a minute ago. You have to pick this up. This is you need to throw everything forward. You need to get a goal right now.
Cross sent in from Bichev.
I see CLA's already sitting back, Rob.
Why not? You got to win, and they're moving up to 5th place. McCrary. Sit back, maybe counter. There's Jose Hernandez. It was not too long ago, this LA team was just there to develop players and push on, and now they've got a sense of purpose in this locker room, and they feel like this is the team that has a shot to make a run in the playoffs, and a foul is against LA there. Here comes a substitution. They're going to look to Augustine Williams, the young striker who last played with the Portland Timbers 2. Maybe put this one out of reach. And now the training staff will come out.
Here come the antics as well now. 15-20 minutes to go.
Well, with that, there's another match next Wednesday, and it'll be a friendly against FC Juarez. October 9th, that is. Tickets are on sale. Kickoff is at 7:30. Tickets are on sale now, so make sure you check that match out. Kevin and I will not be broadcasting that match. Crowd showing their displeasure with Corinthian. Got caught up a little bit there. He may be coming out of this match anyway for Augustine Williams.
Yeah, it's going on right now.
And now it's going to be Ethan Zubak, so it looks like Corinthian may be coming back in, unless they're going to change this. But no, yeah, it's Ethan Zubak, who had the game-tying goal in the 38th. And right now it's Kamara, who has the game winner for LA if it stands. Bichev. A little bit of space. Cross come in. McCrary was there. Now it's Warner looking to follow it up. LA's just been a step faster in the second half. A little miscommunication. No offside. Augustine Williams plays it. And he'll look for a goal, and it's broken up.
Second ball still, I think, are going to be key for Sacramento.
LA is going to take their time.
Good touch.
Bijev battling, Bijev staying on his feet. Crowd loves it. Looking for some help as he makes this run. And he's undercut, and that's going to be a yellow card.
Yellow card on...
And if that's on, is it on Williams? Yeah, it's on Augustine Williams, who just came into the match.
Good job there by Bijev, driving the ball down, winning the set piece here. Needs to get him up. See, hopefully he's healthy. It's not the worst foul in the world for Augustine Williams. However,
gets the crowd into it. More importantly for Sacramento.
Just need a good ball in the box here now, Rob.
It's going to be Bijev who's likely to take it. You got Hatsopoulos and Tainter working that back post along with Skundrich and Edie Voltsen. And now the runs will come, and here comes a delivery for Sacramento. Hatsopoulos.
That's a really good look for Sacramento. Hatsopoulos.
He's a bit beside himself. Felt like he had that. It'll be a corner kick. Last touch by LA. Great service in too by Billy and Bijev. Sam Warner, ball driven.
Second ball, well done.
Villarreal able to keep it for Sacramento. Edie Voltsen's going to put it right back in the mix, looking for Cam.
If Villarreal, it's a foul.
No foul coming, and Augustine Williams off to the races. And Edie Voltsen tried to undercut him from the backside. Augustine Williams is going to take a misdirected shot.
I think it's a foul. I'll tell you, it's been a fantastic game. Kind of quiet, in my opinion. There's Jaime Villarreal.
Served. He's played defense.
He's defended really nicely. He's won, track back a few times. Just seems to be pretty solid. A couple good diagonal balls. There you go. Get a corner out of that.
Nate Schultz.
Schultz has got to do better there, too.
That was too easy.
Relatively easy ball. Just need to nod it back to your goalkeeper. Let's get some runs, though. Got to get someone on the near post, right across the face. It's right where Augustine Williams is. If you pull the camera back, you'll see him. He's right on the near post, number 48. You got to get someone right in front of him.
Bijev with a follow-up, broken up by Fides. Warner, little head-on flick again. Here's Digital Tainter, and it's just off the mark, and it's back to Edie Voltsen. Here's a chance. Sacramento still fighting. It's volleyed around in the 6 and 18. And McCrary gambles to keep possession. Little flick on. Here's Hatsopoulos. Last deflected by LA. Here comes the swarm from the Republic at right the opportune time, Kevin.
Yeah, foot on the gas. Another look right here. Hatsopoulos just over the crossbar.
Sam Warner. Another Republic corner. Crowd into it. The pressure from Sacramento on this side of the field has been as good as it's been in the last minute here than it has all second half. Can they get a goal out of it and equalize at home? Crowd making a noise here at Papa Murphy's Park. Lofted high. Sam Warner, a little flick. Here's a follow-up from Tainter. Bodies flying down. Here's the follow. And Jaime Villarreal goes down, and it will be a goal kick for Eric Lopez in LA.
Yeah, good job, Sam Warner right there. See the coaching staff telling Sam Warner to get up in the box and stop worrying about the top of the 18. He does so. Wins that ball across the face. Tainter gets himself up big. And still right here, this little touch. There might have been a bit of a touch on Villarreal as he's coming through. It just throws him off enough to cause that issue.
Well, it's Ivan Gutierrez from Northern California. Down south, also has dual citizenship. And Kai Koriniak is out. So the 21-year-old who signed in June, now into the match as a substitute. Try to close this thing out for the visiting Galaxy 2. I mean, it's been great to have Cameron Wassa back in the lineup, Kevin, but we have not called his name very often this evening.
Yeah, a bit of a quieter match for Cam. 10 minutes to turn that around, though.
LA has been relentless in the second half. They've gotten a key goal out of Mohamed Kamara. And there's a difference now as Zubac and Kamara with goals for LA and Andy Voltson for Sacramento. Hernandez. Kamara back to the right side. Now it's Jose Hernandez. The new substitute, Ivan Gutierrez. Gutierrez looking to his left foot. And this one will stay in play.
Tell you what, that's a little bit too casual if you're a goalkeeper. Shuttleworth right there. That ball's not going out of bounds for sure. I'd like to see him maybe cover that a little better. I think he's gesturing, saying he thought it was. This disagreement with the linesman. I will always take the player's side of that argument.
I can tell you probably weren't a linesman then.
No, not a linesman, was not a referee, would not want to be. Different breed.
Even as a youth soccer coach, you wouldn't stand on the sideline every once in a while? Raise that flag?
I'd do it for charity, you know.
Charity. Quick touch from Bijev. Mahoney keeps it in play. Can he whip this in?
Good ball.
Broken up.
Get up, Cam. No foul, no foul, no foul.
Augustine Williams doing all he can to shield off Hatsopoulos. This is out of play. So Sacramento's still going to have plenty of chances here. The pursuit that we saw 2 minutes ago is the best looks we've seen in the second half. Not able to convert on a couple of opportunities from the corner.
I like the energy in the last few minutes, obviously. A little flurry down there, corner kicks. Keep that energy going here for the next 5, 6, 7 minutes. Second balls.
McCrary jumps on it. Eni Voltson back tucked underneath. He's got Sam Warner. Warner finding Skundrich in stride and a little flick straight on, and it didn't find target.
Skundrich's a really, really good look. Good opportunity for Sacramento. Skundrich's had a few of them tonight. See the look on Simon's face. Same look on Rob McAllister's face right now. It's a good ball in and a good run from Skundrich too. The two Stanford boys connecting. Target, Rob. Target, target, target.
It almost looked like he was afraid of the contact there.
Yeah, looked like he pulled back a little bit.
And so Nick Depew is the one who did make contact, and he is on the turf outside the 6 as they'll catch a water break as they wait for the train staff to see if LA, who's happy to eat as many minutes as they can, and Mitch Tainer walks over to Elton Garcia to make sure that he's keeping time. And Cameron Wass is on the end of that, and we might be looking at a 2-2 game potentially. Skundrich really in there to be a pest and win balls in the midfield. And he's made some good runs today. And he knows he missed a golden opportunity to tie this game in the 86th minute. Bijev at his feet. Skundrich got to shake it off. Move forward. Here's got Cam. Where are the runs? Couple circling through. Skundrich. McCrary. Warner out wide. Came in as a substitute for Aliman. Breaking to his left now. Excuse me, for Formella, it was Bijev who came in for Aliman. Republic will head to Tulsa on Saturday. Good job by Cam to shield. He's got Andy Volson just in front of him. He's going to lay it off to Warner instead. Warner cuts back in, help arriving, and it's off the mitt of Eric Lopez, who came up with a fantastic save.
I don't think Lopez knew too much about that. For that ball to take that sort of deflection, darn near missed it probably. Good driving ball right here by Sam Warner. Maybe a bit of movement, maybe a deflection.
Is this the time the Republic break through and tie it? Headed back, Villarreal, put it down. As Hatsopoulos couldn't get it to ground quick enough. Warner, everybody on side, sends it back up. Nobody in the neighborhood, and so it'll be Eni Voltson out wide. Clips it back in. Here's Tainter. Here's a follow-up, and we're tied. Matt Mahoney has tied this game for Sacramento.
Oh, what a massive moment in this season right there you just witnessed. Matt Mahoney finds himself, it's just a barrage of pressure from Sacramento for the last 5-10 minutes. And it finally pays off, just balls getting hoofed into the box left and right. Great job here by Eni Voltson, by the way, to step back and not pressure Schultz. Gets on the end of it. Mitchell Tainter gets himself up and big, and Matt Mahoney kind of stumbling down is able to just direct that ball in the back of the net. Take a look at it right now, kind of stumbles a little bit. Still is able to find the back of the net.
And they're giving Mitchell Tainter, came in a substitute, the assist on the 89th minute goal by Matt Mahoney. Mahoney with number 2 on the year. Can Sacramento continue this pressure and eke out even one more?
Why not? Why not?
Cam, as Iwasa looks to turn upfield to, appears to be Eni Voltson. Eni Voltson, he's battling. How is that a foul? Eni Voltson is beside himself. And the crowd can't understand it as well.
Absolutely not.
The Bluebirds come out against Elton Garcia as he hands Eni Voltson a yellow card for having a few things to say. And now Garcia saying that's enough.
Give me a yellow. Just give me the yellow, guy. Get me out of here.
You don't want another one. That's already got one. 4 minutes of stoppage time. It's brought to you by Rayleigh Something Extra. Eni Voltson doesn't want to hear anything he has to say. And Eni Voltson saying, you didn't see it.
Oh, he's saying, answer my question. He's not, I mean, so
okay.
It's, I don't know. I have some very passionate opinions on that, the referee-player relationship conversations.
We are tied at 2. Matt Mahoney has equalized here. Dangerous setback. Is this played? And here's a mix. Ball crossed in. Cam Iwasa.
Easy, don't force it.
But the patience from Sacramento is something to applaud, Kevin, as they kept recycling balls. You saw good runs, players in the right position, and it leads to a goal from your 2 backline guys. Simon Elliott wants one more.
See that technique? That's good technique by Simon Elliott.
Being held, Skundrich able to break free. He's got Cam to his left. Cameron is just in front of a deflected ball. Hatsopoulos
move it.
Says, I got it. And he's going to keep fighting for it. He's going to pick up the foul.
Listen, I love Hansapolos. I think he's a great player, but he's not the guy you want on the ball going forward, making decisions and pulling the strings.
Crowd is into it here at Papa Murphy's Park as this game was tied just 3 minutes ago.
I love the fight here. I love the energy from Sacramento. Pressing everybody. You got 12 players, including Simon Elliott, working hard.
Jose Hernandez switches the field to Schultz. McCrary against Kamara. Kamara has had fewer success with McCrary in front of him. Warner tries to play it forward, and he's hit from behind as he strikes that ball. No whistle coming. Hilliard Arce running over his former college teammate. Ball chipped in. Mahoney is there. Here's Iwasa. Sacramento would have an advantage if they can control. Climbing up all over the top was Ontiveros. No whistle from Garcia, and there is a whistle as offside is called, and Hansapolos is fired up. He had Augustine Williams climbing up all over him.
I get the last wave of pressure here probably coming for Sacramento. Let's make it count.
Public came in today with 43 points. LA with 42. Sacramento would move into 6 if they're able to hold on to at least a draw. 4th if they get the win. Mahoney to Bijev. Bijev holding, good move. Inside, now he's gonna lay it for Eni Voltson. Eni Voltson trying to stay up as he's knocked from behind.
Step, step, step.
Hansapolos, it's broken through, and it's Mitchell Tainer who takes out Augustine Williams, and here comes a late yellow. It's charging all the way down.
Red. That's gonna be red. I don't know if I necessarily agree with this.
And it is a red card to Mitchell Tainer, which means he will be suspended for the game against Tulsa. He did come charging in, and Augustine Williams is a bit upset, and Mitchell Tainer is not going to let it go.
Yeah, I don't think there's malice on this. I think it's just clumsy on Tainer. Gets his feet kind of tangled up. At the end of the day, good tackle. I mean, someone's got to step in and put pressure on that in the first place. Yeah, just clumsy. He's got the tackle teed up, in my opinion, and his foot gets caught under him and goes into Augustine Williams.
I think if you don't make some type of effort there, you've got a 1v1.
You have to make an effort. So yes, red card, yes. Gonna have to deal with this over the next week or so with missing games, but not the worst outcome.
Mitchell Tainer's going to take his time to
he needs to get off the field. He's got to. I mean, don't make this any worse. Someone from the Sac's got to go get him and get him off the field.
And Ben Zimmer,
don't make this worse for yourself. Someone else got red carded.
And it's someone on LA.
It's either Kamara or
it's Depew. I believe it's Depew.
Let's see who this is.
It's Augustine Williams.
One of the two. I didn't see who it was.
Depew looked upset at first, but I think it's Augustine Williams.
I think it's Williams, and maybe it's for the confrontation afterwards with him and Tainer.
Yeah, there it is. So it is confirmed. It is Augustine Williams.
Lost the plot. Elton Garcia has. Throwing around red cards in the 96th minute.
Seen a lot of red here in the last 30 seconds as Jaime Villarreal signaling for Augustine Williams, who came on as a substitute, to head to the bench. So now both teams playing with 10 men, and Augustine Williams will not be in the lineup Saturday against Colorado Springs for Los Dos. Set piece here, however, for LA in a pretty good position.
You hold the line. You got to hold that line.
Ball whipped back. And this is going to roll into the corner.
Two guys.
Schultz, cross that in. LA still in control.
Step, 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 step.
Gutierrez, Hernandez, playing it forward, undercut. And Villarreal will watch this out of play, and that'll be enough for Elton Garcia. A hard-fought, chippy match between LA and Sacramento. What do you expect between this Northern California, Southern California rivalry? It's going to end in a draw, 2-2.
Yeah, another one to add to the books here, Rob.
What a comeback for Sacramento. We'll have your final highlights coming up after the break. That man, Matt Mahoney, the hero in the eyes of the Republic fans tonight. We'll be right back.
At UC Davis Health, we know there's a lot more to you than meets the eye. During your open enrollment, make sure you can choose a personal UC Davis Health doctor. Learn more at choosehealth.ucdavis.edu.
This is your RAM Auto Update.
Only a new car dealer can sell you a factory-certified vehicle. At the Roseville Auto Mall, there's 21 brands of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Factory-certified pre-owned vehicles are backed by manufacturer warranties and include at least a 160-point inspection. Get the peace of mind of an uncompromising pre-delivery vehicle inspection. Plus, choose from the largest selection of factory-certified pre-owned vehicles in Northern California. With 17 dealers, 21 new car brands. The Roseville Auto Mall is driven to be the best.
Wow, it's so great you can order Papa Murphy's online.
Yeah, we walked in and walked right out with our pizza in record time.
You really can get anything online these days.
Totally.
I like your mask.
You know, that mustache surprisingly looks really good on you.
Thanks. I've been growing it for years.
Now get 25% off when you order at papamurphys.com using code 25OFF. Papa Murphy's. We make it, you bake it.
How's it going?
Wow, what we got over here?
This is the all-new Chevy Silverado.
It's beautiful.
Beefy and mean looking.
It's the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever, and it's full of surprises.
Nice.
It offers an industry-first power up-down tailgate.
I kind of didn't expect that to happen.
But that's not all. The Silverado has more cargo volume than any competitor.
Very impressive.
It's got 20% more than F-150.
That is really nice.
Is there a buy it now button on there too?
Yeah.
At UC Davis Health, we know there's a lot more to you than meets the eye. During your open enrollment, make sure you can choose a personal UC Davis Health doctor. Learn more at choosehealth.ucdavis.edu.
Welcome back. A hard-fought match, both sides, and one that was quite physical from the start. A good match between LA and Sacramento. Let's get to our final highlights, brought to you by NorCal Honda. And early on, Sacramento applied some pressure, was able to break free, and Ellen Garcia, he's going to have his hands full throughout this one. But LA quick to get something started as Kamara found an opportunity and crossed this ball in, just not able to find frame for LA.
Good job by Kamara, who's been dangerous all night. This is one of the better plays I think Kevin Ellington season. Great driving ball, driving run, good ball, and Eni Voltson, and an absolute wonderful curling ball in that top corner. Great to see Eni Voltson thinking strike first, as a striker should, and finishes it off with great class.
Number 7 on the year for Eni Voltson since coming to Sacramento. Played back, and here's a look for Cam. Maybe finds target. You might be looking at a 2-0 ball game early in the first half of action.
Yeah, Cam, good job, good connecting play. Gonna look right here, Scungers. Love to see Scungers have a strike right there. But you know what says he will have a strike is Jordan McCreary.
Not to be
Why
shot.
not?
Why not? So they continue to put the pressure on Sacramento, the better looking club.
Probably the best chance of the game here right now, or excuse me, the first half, with Drew Skundrich finding himself.
And Hilliard Arce was able to break it up.
Yeah.
But then it would be LA who would find some magic up there on Kamara, tough to deal with all evening long. And this ball ricocheted and finds the foot of Ethan Zubak, number 7 on the season.
Yeah, kind of an awkward, funky little touch by Ethan Zubak, or strike, and goes over Matt Mahoney, who's there in a good position. And then the Kamara goal with plenty of time. I mean, this is where you got to look at it. If you're a defensive unit, how is he able to get a touch, get his head up, and have a strike? All that space around him. He's just outside the 6-yard box. There's no reason for him to have that much time. A simple finish for LA.
So Kamara and company feeling good, but Sacramento around the 80th minute mark started to put some pressure on the feeling good. This was bounced around a couple of different times. This opportunity came, Mitchell Tainer and Matt Mahoney heads it in. The game tying goal 2-2, and Simon Elliott and company are fired up. What a result.
Not the most graceful finishes by Matt Mahoney. That's your center back getting himself involved in that 6-yard box, putting back in that. 20 shots on target. Pretty heavy number for Sacramento here tonight.
Well, you know, talking about how many times we've seen that 20+ number on shots, but you're right, the one below it, 4 on target, that's been the hard part.
No, I mean, that's the number that you're talking about. 25% really is our number, 20% here. Not a good ratio.
That's good math.
I'm a genius. Yeah, so not a good ratio, not a good number. And we talked about it at the beginning of the broadcast. That's something I think these guys should look at and think about. Maybe the chances weren't there, but you know, either way, I think this is a gritty performance by Sacramento and a really, really important night to come out here and to walk away with at least 1 point. Good result.
After what LA was able to do and fight back. So our Papa Murphy's man of the match, I thought Jaime Villarreal looked really good, and we're going to go with
Eni Voltson.
Eni
Voltson does a great job. This is just a wonderful finish. This could be goal of the week sort of candidate. And also, you know, he's the one who's serving that ball in the box to Mitchell Tainer, who nods it down in front to to Matt Mahoney for the goal. So good performance. I think Villarreal did play well, but Eni Voltson involved in both the goals. And with that banger of a goal, gotta give it to him. Gotta give it to him. There it is.
Looks, I mean, there was not much that LA was going to be able to do with that. So Eni Voltson, and he is our image of the match, brought to you by Power. So it was a hard-fought match, but Sacramento, the work is not done. On the road, 5 o'clock on My 58, as Tulsa will host the Republic, and then on the 12th, Orange County SC will be a big one as OCSC in the playoff picture right behind Sacramento's 7th place, and the Real Monarchs in 4th place right above them. So a tough stretch for Sacramento to end out the regular season. I want to thank our entire crew here at Papa Murphy's Park. For Ava Ponce, our producer, for Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. Hope you have a great evening, everybody. And it will be Jim Kozimor and Kevin Goldthwait on Saturday for you, as I will be off that Saturday evening. So long, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer